Shabbat Shalom. There is one question that I think all religions and philosophies ask, and that is, what does it mean to be a good person? We have a custom in Judaism of every week reading a small portion of our Torah that we keep in the Ark for inspiration. And this week, what we are reading from in the book of Genesis is a story of when Abraham becomes very old and his son Isaac is not yet married. And back then, parents decided who their children would marry. And so Abraham decided to send his most trusted helper, Eliezer, to find a wife for his son Isaac. And so Eliezer sets out and travels because Abraham wanted him to go to a specific place. And he comes to see a city and pauses after many days of travel to rest. And the moment he arrives, he makes a little pact with God. And he says, well, God, I want to make my trip a little bit faster than what I expected. And let the first young lady who comes up and offers to give me water and to give my camels water, let that be the person for my son, for my master's son, Isaac. And sure enough, just at that very moment, all worked out very well for him. Rebecca approaches and she runs, and he runs up to her and asks her, well, can you give me some water? And he's but a stranger, but she says, yes. And she also then asks him, can I give water to your camels as well? And he immediately knows this is the right person. And so our rabbis over the ages who look more deeply into the words note that not only did she give him water, but he asked actually, just give me a little bit of water. He was polite. And she said, drink as much as you want. But not only did she say, drink as much as you want, but she also, according to a Moroccan commentator, the Or HaChaim, says she was watching him because she knows that when people travel through the desert and they're dehydrated, they sometimes drink too much. And so she was watching him, and there's a little interesting word in the Torah which shows that she's the one who stops him from drinking, but she could see she didn't want him to drink too much and become ill, and so she stopped him. She was paying that much attention to everything that he was doing, and then she ran and she gave water to the camels. And he was amazed because drawing enough water to give 10 camels water, can imagine that's a lot of water, a lot of work. And but she did it. And at the end of her doing this, he took out the jewelry, it was a custom all those thousands of years ago, and put the jewelry on top of her and said, I know you're the one. And not long after, she was going back to get married to Isaac. And so what do we see from all this episode? We see what a very kind person, Rebecca. That's how our tradition understands it. She was kind to offer a stranger water to go out of her way. She was kind to be attentive to where he was and to think about him. And she was also kind to the animals. And she didn't grumble about giving water to all those camels, but she went out of her way to make sure everybody had what they needed. Not only that, but it says in the Torah, she hurried to do it. She was fast. She did it both with joy and with hurry. So it teaches us in our tradition how we all can be kind and all have moments to be kind to other people. And part of it is being attentive to other people where they are and trying to help them, seeing what their needs are, people and animals. And also to do with joy, to do it hurrying, and to do it with us, both with a smile on our face and an open heart, and doing our little piece to change the world. Shabbat Shalom.